Traditional definitions of smart usually focus on a static wall of degrees or the ability to recall an encyclopedic list of trivia. But in an era where raw data is a commodity, these models are obsolete. Passive scrolling and constant consumption create rigid mental habits that make your thinking sluggish over time. True intelligence behaves like a dynamic processing engine. It is measured by how quickly you can solve a problem or adapt to a shift in your environment, rather than by what you've memorized. Building that engine involves a deliberate upgrade across three distinct levels: how you intake information, how you process it internally, and how you eventually apply those ideas to the world. Most people stop improving because they prioritize the performance of being right over the mechanics of being accurate. To actually upgrade the system, you have to prioritize internal precision over the social desire to look smart to others. When you view the mind as a mechanical structure, intelligence shifts from a mysterious, innate gift to a highly controllable daily practice. The first phase focuses on transforming the way you consume information. Since the quality of your output is dictated by the quality of your data, you must stop passively reading words on a screen and start actively interrogating them. Pause and ask, do I agree with this? What is the counterargument? If you only study one subject, your thinking becomes rigid. Diversifying your input, using science to build logic, history to map behavior, and fiction to develop empathy, creates a more versatile mental framework. To test if you have actually absorbed any of this new information, you can use a diagnostic tool developed by the physicist Richard Feynman. True comprehension reveals itself through simplicity. When you learn a new concept, try explaining it as if speaking to a 10-year-old. If you find yourself relying on complex jargon or buzzwords to get through the explanation, it indicates a gap in your actual understanding. Applying this level of active interrogation ensures that your brain is genuinely absorbing and anchoring new information, rather than just skimming the surface. After improving the intake, the next phase focuses on the internal habits needed to structure and organize that new information. Writing is the most effective way to clarify your thoughts. Keeping a journal or a digital note forces you to download mental chaos, summarize what you learned, and logically structure the problems you are trying to solve. Engaging in high logic activities, such as coding or mathematics, forces cognitive adaptation. These specific, complex tasks physically force your brain to construct and solidify entirely new neural pathways. To protect these new connections, you have to build an internal filter. This means respectfully questioning the absolute facts you encounter in daily life. Rather than taking things at face value, apply a strict protocol. Interrogate the source, identify their potential bias, and map out the broader context of the information. A sharp mind relies on these active systems to filter, restructure, and verify data on a daily basis. High-level processing power is only effective if it can successfully navigate the human systems around you. Without emotional intelligence, traditional book smarts often collapse when applied to the real world. You learn more when you aren't talking. The most effective communicators usually operate on an 80-20 rule. They listen intently and analyze in silence, speaking only to deliver precision. They also practice strict intellectual humility. Admitting "I don't know" and yielding immediately to better evidence are signs of a highly evolved intellect. Moving past intellectual arrogance provides the mental bandwidth to observe how people behave. This makes it possible to spot behavioral patterns and anticipate how minor errors will compound long before they turn into major problems. Intelligence functions as a continuous operational loop that requires constant maintenance to stay sharp. To keep that loop running, you need a daily framework. Start every morning by assuming that every person you meet possesses at least one piece of knowledge that you lack. Your midday check is a deliberate pause. When faced with a crisis or a complex problem, override your immediate emotional reaction. Take a moment to look at the data and analyze the variables before you act. Finally, conduct an evening review. Use this time to audit what you learned that day and whether you actively challenged your own assumptions. The ultimate metric of success has nothing to do with convincing the world of your intellect. The only goal is to end each day incrementally smarter than when it began.